Welcome back to episode 26 of the Benchwarmers podcast. We come to you with some sad news. Longtime Browns quarterback and my personal hero, Reagan Mayfield, has been traded to the Carolina Panthers for a conditional fifth round pick.
Is his middle name really Reagan?
It
Yes,
is.
it is. It's an awful name.
We here at the Benchwarmers podcast,
Honestly, send him off to the Panthers.
we are sad. Truly sad. What thoughts do we have on this devastating?
They traded. So my first thought was I was comparing it to the Sam Darnold trade. Sam Darnold, they gave up a second, a fourth, and a sixth for Sam Darnold, only to turn around and immediately gain a better quarterback than Sam Darnold could ever dream of being in Baker Mayfield for a conditional fifth. The Jets fleeced the Panthers. The Panthers are a poverty
Why
organization.
do you make everything about the Jets?
Look, I don't know what you want me to say. Sam Darnold got traded for way more than that, and he is like a third of what Baker Mayfield is at his lowest. All I'm saying.
Right. Baden, anything from you?
Uh, uh, it's tough to see him go, but it was inevitable.
Yeah.
The Panthers, I don't doesn't move the needle for them much just because their team is so awful. So
It's true.
I saw a Panthers fan say that this means they're a playoff contender.
absolutely not. even if Baker is good, their offensive line is awful. Christian McCaffrey is going to play 3 games. Their defense is young but not proven. DJ Moore is going to be overthrown after the season. Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
It's true.
Baker Mayfield revenge tour, week 1. Browns at Panthers.
We might have to
Carolina.
live stream that one.
Baker Mayfield in the Panthers threads versus Jacoby Brissett, probably.
Yeah, most likely.
Also,
either team is winning by 40. No, there's no one between.
shout out to the guy, the Panthers fan, who bought a Baker jersey draft night of 2018, thinking Baker would be a Panther. He's redeemed.
Wow, that's some foresight.
The Panthers.
That's like the guy who had the Celtics championship tattoo, but it
Oh,
actually
yeah.
The Panthers had the 20th pick in that draft. Baker Mayfield was going top 5 for sure.
Yeah, I don't know why he had that jersey. That's so weird.
That's odd to me.
Yeah, thank you, Baker. We appreciate it. That's all we can say. Thank you.
He did. He finally gave us some competency at the quarterback position for the first time since the 80s. So
We owe Baker a lot of respect. That's the truth. Baker brought decent football back to Cleveland. As bad as he I think everyone hopped on the Baker hate train second half 2021. His Browns games were nationally televised, especially the Packers game on Christmas. Millions more were watching this game than normal, and it was the worst game of his career. And that was kind of the end.
God,
You know?
that Packers game got me so angry. I'm not gonna lie.
You have to remember, 2018 Baker, 2020 Baker, rookie Baker, one of the most electrifying quarterbacks I've ever watched. Man, I miss him. And then 2020, when it felt like nothing could go wrong.
Remember that? You guys remember that throw he had against the Panthers to Jarvis Landry? That's absolute dime. Absolute dime.
I will miss Baker badly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If my future grandchildren ask me one day, "Grandfather, who was the quarterback of your childhood?" I will not respond with Jacoby Brissett,
Ryan
Johnny
Fitzpatrick.
Manziel, or Deshaun Watson. It's Baker Mayfield. Baker was the quarterback who made me love football. That is the end of my tribute to Baker.
That was so beautiful.
Beautiful.
I hope people are crying right now.
I miss him so much.
Now on to the sport where actual things are happening, because that was our first piece of NFL news in literally a month. NBA free agency is happening. Let's start with that.
Man. Well, I guess nothing's happening lately just because
Well,
of Kevin
it's
Durant.
happened.
Yeah, everything's either happened because Kevin Durant, obviously, if you don't know, he requested a trade out of Brooklyn, and now the entire league wants him because, of course, why wouldn't you want KD? Um, I don't know what to
Well,
think. It's gonna be really interesting because every team could make an offer for him.
well, let me start off with the most compelling storyline and the most compelling offer that could possibly be made for him. Picture in your mind 6 years ago, actually a little more. Kevin Durant shifts the NBA landscape
I
by
know it's
starting
going.
his next chapter with the Golden State Warriors.
6 years to
Fast
the day.
forward 6 years in the future to him wanting to be traded. Now, what do the Warriors have to offer? They are the defending champions. And what was the package that they wanted? 2 all-star caliber players and picks?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, let me present to you all-star starter Andrew Wiggins and Steph Curry
to be fair,
light
Wiggins paid up to
Jordan.
that. Wiggins
Yes,
owned up
he
to that.
did. He
I
did.
remember we were on this podcast slandering that, and he proved us wrong. He proved us wrong.
Shout out
Yeah,
Andrew
we're-
Wiggins. Come on the pod. Would have you.
Remember Cavalier legend Andrew Wiggins.
Yes, he won us a championship. He won. There's no way
Literally.
around it. And Steph Curry light, and need I remind you, Steph Curry is an all-star. Jordan Poole. So what if?
All-star by proximity?
Yes, all-star by proximity. The third splash bro. Pool party Jordan Poole. So imagine a package that surrounds itself with Andrew Wiggins, Jordan Poole, James Wiseman, and 2 first-round picks. That is the most enticing offer the Brooklyn Nets will get.
That is, if you throw in like Kuminga in there, that's me. It would be hard for me to say no as the Brooklyn general manager. At the same time, do you really want to bring torture to the rest of the league? That's exactly what would happen. But
I really think the Nets GM is like, this is like making a deal with Thanos, knowing that it will bring destruction or whatever. Like, he doesn't care about what's going to do to the league. He just wants the biggest return for KD.
he did say that. I think they're trying to get like the biggest return ever for a player.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Rudy Gobert got 5 first-round
5
picks.
Is it the biggest return ever?
That's not the biggest return ever. I mean, but like that's still
one of them. Trying to think of what it could have been.
We can just talk about that right now, because it's like, no, I don't know. Gobert, good. Don't get me wrong, but what he's going to be asked to do in Minnesota is just not what he's capable of.
The Carmelo trade might have been one of the biggest trades ever. Like just as like a size thing. Here's the trade. It's
what was
Carmelo Anthony, Chauncey Billups, Anthony Carter, Ronaldo Balkman, Sheldon Williams, and Raymond Felton get sent out from the Nuggets in return for Wilson Chandler, Danilo Gallinari, Timothy Mozgov, a second, and a first. Just by size, that's one of the largest in history. Like by the amount of players, but not by like
in terms of pure value. It might be the Anthony Davis trade.
That's true. It was Ingram, Lonzo, right? It was Lonzo. He was
Josh Hart. Yeah, Ingram, Lonzo, Josh Hart, 3 first and 3 pick swaps. Like
yeah, that sounds right.
That is a lot.
That's massive. What was the Boogie trade like? How big was the Boogie trade to the Pelicans?
It was like Hield and I remember Buddy Hield was the main piece. I don't remember who else was in it though.
Buddy Hield, oh my God, Tyreek Evans, Langston Galloway,
Oof,
a
that
first
might
and a
not have been.
second. Wow, Tyreek Evans. That's a crazy name. Anyway, back to actual things that are happening this year. Rudy Gobert was traded for Malik Beasley. Just off the top of my head, Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverly,
Jared Vanderbilt,
Jared Vanderbilt. There were
Walker Kessler,
Leandro Barmaro, Walker Kessler, and 5 firsts.
4 first and a pick swap, right?
4 firsts, and a pick.
Or is it
Yeah,
like it's like a lottery protected first in 2026 or something. It's not a pick swap.
So what are our grades for this one? Let's hear a grade for both sides.
I gets an A because you're in a position where either you can retool around Donovan Mitchell with those picks or trading those picks out, getting new players around Mitchell, or if you trade Mitchell, you're in a full out rebuild. And then for Minnesota, I'd give it C minus, C minus, because I'm not the Cat Gobert duo isn't. I don't think those guys are gonna have to guard on the perimeter, and neither of those guys can do that. I don't know how sustainable it is for the playoffs. Giving up that many picks for a player that I don't think is worth that many picks is obviously questionable, and they're all unprotected.
Yeah,
Most
remember what happened the last time they gave up unprotected picks in a trade? The Warriors got James Wiseman. So just a word,
was that?
because that was the D'Angelo Russell trade. Remember?
I thought that's how they got Kuminga. I'm pretty sure. I don't think Minnesota was that. No, because Minnesota got Anthony Edwards in that draft.
Oh right.
It
Oh
was
right. The
Kuminga
Warriors
who
just
they
had
got.
crazy. Yeah, that's my bad.
The Warriors were just straight up awful that year.
Yeah. And speaking of the Jazz, Donovan Mitchell, the trade rumors are cooking. They're starting. So I
I
actually
guess.
have a
I guess.
couple. I have a couple of trade ideas right in front of me from an article by sportsnot.com. Would you like me to go through them? Just put a few out there.
Sure. And then afterward, I will give my trade grade.
Yeah, I'm sorry for interrupting you. That's my apologies, sincerely. All right, Donovan Mitchell lands with the Miami Heat. The Jazz get Hero, Omer Yurtseven, Duncan Robinson, Nikola Jovic, and 4 future first-round picks.
That feels like a huge Heat overpay.
Really? An
I feel
overpay
like
for the Heat.
I think that everyone just is coming to the assumption that because Rudy Gobert was traded for that many picks, Mitchell can be too, or Kevin Durant could be too. I mean, I guess it's a fair assumption, but I don't know really if the Heat were gonna would trade that many picks. Especially
Not
thinking
true.
you're trading an asset like Tyler Hero, which is way more valuable than any asset Timberwolves traded, and like actual player. I don't know if I would trade that many picks.
Yeah. It's
Fair
just like,
enough, but
I feel
I'll
like,
continue.
why would he want that? Tyler Hero, obviously, he's not as good as Donovan Mitchell, but they're not like lacking with guard play. I don't feel like it feels like a totally unnecessary deal that would give up a ton of their future. 4 first plus the guy they just drafted in the first Hero who can, he can ball, and Duncan Robinson's pretty good.
Think you're trying to capitalize on Jimmy Butler being around. He's 32 ish, so you don't. He's not. Jimmy Butler isn't a guy who's going to be the same guy in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it would make sense to capitalize on him being there. Plus, I would definitely trust Donovan Mitchell more than Tyler Hero.
Yeah, and I just think that you're telling me a big three of Donovan Mitchell, Jimmy Butler, and Bam Adebayo is it absolutely lethal? Bam Adebayo is only like 26. That's still a young-ish core, even as Kevin Durant ages. Sorry, not Kevin Durant. Jimmy Butler ages out. I don't know.
Durant
I
will
feel
be
like
a member of the Miami Heat, though.
with Donovan Mitchell, they're all going to the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat will get every big name.
Yeah, they literally have to trade everyone else.
It's true, but I'd be okay with it.
That brings up an interesting hypothetical. How good if you trade the max first round picks and every player on your roster, and then you fill the rest of your roster with like G Leaguers and free agents and all these
Isaiah
guys.
Thomas.
Like you have a crazy big three, like Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and everyone else is gone. And you're like your shooting guard and your center are just like nobodies, and your bench is awful. Could you be good?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
If it's LeBron, maybe. If we're talking LeBron, if it's like LeBron, KD, even a step higher, let's say LeBron, KD, Curry, the three best players of the entire generation.
Yes.
That team would be pretty decent.
That is a 55-win team.
But if it's like Jimmy, AD, and Donovan Mitchell, that team's bad.
I disagree.
In the regular season, it might work. By the playoffs, nah.
Oh yeah, playoffs. But I mean, so just think of it this way, okay? Like, just say I make a new random team, right? And I send three stars on it. Let's just say, like Giannis, KD, and who's a point guard? Give me a point guard.
Kyrie Irving.
Ja.
Giannis, KD, and Ja. Okay, and then I fill it out with free agents. You know who's a free agent? Isaiah Thomas is a free agent. You know who's a free agent? I have to have more free agents off the top of my head to remember.
Ennis Cantor Freedom.
Ennis Cantor Freedom is a free agent. You know who's a free agent? Carmelo Anthony is a free agent. You're not telling me that if I choose solely free agents and G League players, that team is not a championship team. They might all of my stars might have to average 30 and on 48 minutes a night, but I do not care. That is a championship winning team. I would mortgage my future on that.
One injury and you're screwed. Like one player gets injured, it's all over.
Literally, it's never worked. We literally just saw it happen in Brooklyn. Literally, it was KD, Kyrie, and James Harden.
Chemistry issues. Sorry. That was just me being
for real right now.
No, I'm sorry.
Being for real?
Look, but I'm just saying.
Jacob.
We saw this happen with like 2018 LeBron, who admittedly is like one of the greatest versions of any player to ever play the game. He did it. That's all him. And you're telling me if I have three of them, they couldn't match one 2018 LeBron production?
That's why I literally said if it's LeBron, maybe. But if it's any other team, if it's any other combination of superstars, I'm not buying it.
That says a lot about LeBron, the GOAT, number one of all time. Who is MJ?
The greatest ever.
All right, Jacob, go give your take on the Rudy Gobert trade. Sorry.
Right, here's my take.
Not
First, my T-Wolves grade. This is an F. Quite frankly, this is an F. Why would you do this? This is stupid. Why are you doing this? I'm a armchair GM, and I'm telling you right now, this is a stupid deal. Why are you doing this? Maybe you'll prove us all wrong, because a lot of deals that look super bad, maybe they know something we don't. But from what we know, this seems really bad for them. This felt like a T-Wolves team that was young, and they were not trying to contend now. They made the playoffs this year. They were a first round exit after the play-in champions. But like, this is not their contention window. You wait like 2 years. That's your window. You know, like Anthony Edwards in his prime, and you have these picks. You have Walker Kessler.
Bro thinks Walker Kessler is
I will get back to that. He's the X factor
Walker
of this team.
Kessler.
But hold on.
Dog.
Walker Kessler.
I watched some-
Walker Kessler is
I'll
about
get
to be a
back to it.
super.
I will
Sorry,
get
now
back
that
to
we
it.
just
I will
said-
get back to it. Listen. This was like
Walker
their potential with him.
Walker
Trading for this-
Kessler is about to be a superstar now that we just laughed
You're
at him.
making fun of me now, but you'll learn. Rudy Gobert is not the right fit for this team. This is not a team. This is a team that puts up 150 a
No,
night
I don't.
and gives up 140. That's their thing. And this the defense never heard of it. Like that's not something they do. And it doesn't fit their team identity.
Well, it's something they
What you think they
that
should
you
play
have to
defense?
have defense to win a championship.
No. If you can put up 160 a night, 150, no chance you ever lose. So like,
Yeah, because
I don't know. I think
Anthony,
if he wins,
if they put up 150, if they put up 150, Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns got to score 120 of that because
They could
D'Angelo Russell
legitimately
is going to shoot
average
35% from the field.
125 per night. They could have. Now they won't. But they could have.
Could've. I mean,
I
I'm
gotta
acting
know
like they
what
lost some
Timberwolves
elite scorer.
team were
Like
you watching?
Malik Beasley is not going to change your offense that much.
Listen,
I
man,
promise you.
Now, time for the Utah Jazz side of this. I think this is a huge win for the Jazz. They were stuck in this weird spot where they really weren't a top contender in the West, but they were like good enough to kind of compete, maybe lose in the second round every year. Like, it was a really weird spot to be in, and I think they made the right move, which is starting a rebuild or retool. That's a weird term. I don't like that term. But
Come up with a new term right now. Not a retool. What is it?
reassembly.
I like that. We're calling it a reassembly now.
Absolutely. Like,
Okay.
I think
Sure.
they made the right move, getting rid of Gobert. I don't like Gobert. They got a ton of picks for him. They got like 5 firsts, and they got Jared Vanderbilt. He's pretty good. They got Patrick Beverly. He'll bring personality to the team.
Got
But the
that
X
dog.
factor of this deal, the guy who
Yeah,
like,
man.
will make this thing, I see Dirk in him, and that is Walker Kessler.
Hold on. You see Dirk and Walker Kessler.
Like 25th overall or 23rd or something stupid.
22nd.
22nd
Kessler
overall.
plays nothing like Dirk. He
Walker Kessler.
literally is a Rudy Gobert clone. He's literally a Rudy Gobert clone.
He probably weighs like twice as much as Dirk. He weighs
I
260.
disagree.
There's no way Dirk was anything over 200.
Listen, Walker Kessler has impressed me. I think he's a fine young man, and I think he will do well in the NBA. I think he will. Listen, you want sleeper rookie of the year picks? I got him, and Walker Kessler is him. He's him. Quite frankly.
Stop.
Walker Kessler
Bin your
is that
cameras
guy.
off, by the way.
Please.
He is that guy.
No, I had to turn it off. My camera is about to. My computer is about to explode.
Nice.
That's my
you know what?
opinion. Walker Kessler is that dude. Utah Jazz A+.
All right, hold on. I'm putting the remind me bot. When does the NBA season end next year?
May, end of
Like the
May.
regular season.
Yeah, the regular season.
Mid April.
Mid-April. I'm gonna break down a
regular
note.
season,
I'm gonna
yeah.
set an alarm. When the Rookie of the Year voting comes out, I'm gonna remember that you said Walker Kessler was the Rookie of the Year.
Kessler. I'm looking straight into the camera.
Sure.
Walker
Kessler
Kessler won't be
will
a
finish
top 12
3
rookie. Walker,
Rookie of the Year voting. Lock it in. Nuke it. Hammer it.
he will not be on an all rookie team. He will not be on an all rookie team. He's
Oh,
gonna get
oh,
sent down
shit.
to the G League.
That's disrespectful. He will be at least all rookie defensive. I think that's a thing.
No.
He'll
It's
be
not a thing.
All NBA, third team defensive. I think.
That's also not a thing. You're making stuff up now.
Jacob, if you're so confident, go put 50 cents on it right now on your sports betting app.
They don't have
Go,
wagers.
go.
It's a sweepstakes legally.
In GTA though, in GTA, because obviously Jacob doesn't bet because he's underage.
Yeah, no,
In
obviously, in GTA.
Hold on. Let me look it up. Walker
While
Kessler, Rookie of the Year odds. Walker Kessler currently sits at plus 4,500. That means if you put $1 on Walker Kessler and he won, you would win $46 total. You would walk away with 46.
That
Is
feels
a good
under.
bet.
All right.
That's a good bet.
Who's
I
number
like
one,
that.
by the way? Just right now, who's number one? Is it Chet?
Paolo.
Powell, that makes sense.
Wait, Chet is.
I feel like-
I don't even see Chet. This is weird. Chet's not even on here. I don't understand that.
I will give. Oh, Cavs Summer League starts tonight, I think. By the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh no,
Coach
it's
has
tomorrow night.
Raji.
It's tomorrow night.
I see
Yeah.
Michael Jordan in him. That's my count.
Bro. Alrighty, bro. You can't. First, you're saying Dirk for Walker Kessler. Now
I say what I
Agbaji is
want.
Jordan.
That's the truth. I say
not
whatever
sure-
I think of. I don't even think about it beforehand. I just say it. All right.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if anybody's seen it, but there's this one edit that was on Cavs Twitter last year. It was like a split. The picture was split in half. One part of it was Kareem doing his hook shot, and then the other part of it was Taco Fall doing the exact same thing. It was beautiful.
If you want to know the formula for how I create my NBA comps, take a player, any player. It doesn't matter how good they are. Take an all-time great at that position. That is your comp. That's how you do it.
Elite. That's elite skills right there. Elite skills.
Taco Fall's Wilt Chamberlain.
Absolutely. That's his ceiling.
That's his floor, actually. He's just holding back.
The league is not ready.
It's true. My trade grade for this Rudy Gobert swap, which is what we were talking about, by the way. For the Wolves, it's a C+. Because I think, I was talking about this before the pod. They're copying the Cavs formula. They're letting a defensive-oriented big run the 5, Jared Allen, Rudy Gobert, while they're letting a skill-based big take the 4 spot, Evan Mobley, Karl Anthony Towns. Obviously, Darius Garland is leagues beyond D'Angelo Russell. But you see where the comps are, right?
I agree, but at the same time, Towns can't defend like Mobley can. So I don't think
It's true.
I just think that's the flaw with it. Mobley and Allen are agile defenders. They're light on their feet and they can guard the perimeter. Neither Gobert and Towns do that. So
That's true. But I think that Anthony Edwards and Kyle Anderson, is that who's running the 3 for them right now? Must be. I think that makes.
Kyle Anderson or Jaden McDaniels.
I think that makes up for the defensive lack in Karl Anthony Towns. But anyway, I think it's a C+. I think for a 3-time DPOY, one of the greatest defensive players last 30 years, I think that you're kind of getting off easy by giving away what's the chance that one of those picks turns into a star? There's a 20% chance that it'll
100%
turn.
chance. Walker Kessler. If you count that as a pick.
Okay. Besides Walker Kessler, there's a higher chance that all of those picks are going to be rolled.
Stop.
Not a fan of the Walker Kessler talk?
There's a
Because you just compared him to Dirk Nowitzki.
there is a higher chance that none of the picks will turn out to be beneficial than there is that Rudy Gobert is not a plus to that team. I think they kind of got off easy, and they were lucky that the Jazz were ready to shop. As for the Jazz's side, I think it's an A. The reassembly, I think, is very successful as of this point in time. 5 picks is nothing to scoff at. Patrick Beverly and Malik Beasley are both positives to that team. Now you just got to get the Mike Conley contract off because that is really, really awful. It is very bad. What was that?
That contract expires next year.
Does it really? Conley contract. $23 million a year to do nothing. That's not fair. Conley's very good. Conley was good at one point. He's got 2
He was
seasons
worth
left.
the contract
when he signed it, yeah, but now he's just.
When is it ever
To
shocking,
put it
like a
eloquently.
guy who signed a crazy contract in his prime? No one ever is good for all those years. It's just
LeBron James?
LeBron doesn't sign those crazy contracts. He signs 1 year and 1 year
He
options.
doesn't sign those.
Yeah.
Oh
Like-
yeah, that's my bad.
Like
Crazy.
you know,
I wonder
Patrick Mahomes
I
will be
really wonder the
considered-
contract LeBron would have done.
what in like 2010 free agency.
Or did you just yeah,
I
like
think
it
it
was
was-
like when the Cavs could have gave him like the super max,
Mm-hmm.
crazy like $200 million contract.
What was the last one of those? I mean, some of them pan out. Like Jimmy Butler, I think has panned out so far. Kyle Lowry, however, 3 years for $90 million is absolutely insane for the type of production that he has given you for the last year. Just because somebody has the biggest dump truck in the league doesn't mean you have to pay him $90 million. You know?
Yeah. Well, I think that's one thing the NBA
For
does
his
well.
BBL,
They don't
and they
give
got
out,
paying back for it.
they don't give out these ridiculous like 15 years, $300 million contracts. You know, like guys, what's the max years you can give someone?
6 or 7.
Yeah, like that's one thing the NBA does
Five.
smart.
In the NBA, I think it's 5.
Yeah, like limiting contract length is good for the league. I like that. It also means more superstars are on the market more often, which leads to better free agency and trade deadline.
That's true. I like that take.
Alrighty, so I think we should move on to another.
Kyrie rumors.
That one.
Kyrie rumors.
More Baker.
I guess
We'll
Kyrie
talk about
rumors.
Baker
Yeah,
more.
Kyrie rumors.
No,
Stop.
nothing.
No.
There's nothing there.
You're gonna lull yourself into a deep depression. I'm
Mhm.
like Kendrick Lamar right now. All right. Kyrie rumors. I honestly think he's only going to the Lakers. I don't see another team that would take him besides the Lakers.
Only the Lakers want to deal with them. They can also what other team does Kyrie make sense for? None.
I don't. There's not a single team.
Like
I
off
think
the top of my head, that he would want to go to. 0.
I think he'll remain in net. I don't think anything's gonna happen with Kyrie.
Honestly, the Nets don't even care about Kyrie. The rumors are that they're not even going to try to accommodate Kyrie's wants. They're just worried they'll do whatever KD asks, but Kyrie they don't care about.
Whatever makes you happy, whatever fruits your loop. Sorry, I don't know why I
Don't
said
ever
that. There was nothing. There was nothing there. There was no substance to that. To me, just saying that. Can somebody screenshot Baden doing that and send it to us?
All
I'd
being
really.
recorded, man.
Yeah. Someone screenshot that.
Anyway, Nets. The Lakers need to trade for Kyrie. That's the only way I see them doing anything this season. Russ obviously does not
Taylor,
fit.
Horton Tucker in the first.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
baby.
sir. Kendrick Nunn. Kendrick Nunn too. Didn't Kendrick Nunn? Oh no, is he already gone? No, he's still on their team.
No,
Be
he
already
can ball.
He's still on the
He's in
team.
2K sometime.
He used to. He signed with the Lakers.
Yeah, he's still on the Lakers right now. But he did not play at all last year, which is so crazy.
Oh, you know one thing we should talk about? DeJounte Murray to the Hawks.
Oh my God, you're right.
Oh, wow. Why did that?
Crazy.
Yo.
That's
All right,
crazy.
all
We
right,
sold.
all right,
We sold. We're frauds.
We sold. All right, DeJounte Murray to the Hawks. I think the Hawks made a great move. You gave up. While it is risky to give up picks, I think DeJounte Murray fits the Hawks. They give him a secondary ball handler, alongside Trae Young, and defense, elite defense that simply nobody else plays in Atlanta, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And it could put Trae Young in more of a Steph Curry role, where he's just kind of the off-ball guard, running around screens and getting open threes like that, which I feel like is a much more efficient way of utilizing someone's elite shooting ability than Atlanta does it anyways. And then for the Spurs, it makes sense too. Bottom out, you're not going to get anywhere with DeJounte Murray as your number one option. So yeah, bottom out and get Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, I think this is like a perfect guard pairing. Like, I could not name a better guard pairing in terms of value.
Curry and Clay.
No. Clay's terrible.
What?
Dude, oh my God!
Hey, what? You said he was the greatest shooter of all time.
Clay's one of the worst basketball players I've ever seen. And he should lose his starting role to Jordan Poole.
He was the greatest shooter
You're
of all
just a
time.
troll. You're a
terrible.
Pull up
troll.
old podcast.
He's not good.
You're a yo. You suck. You suck. You suck,
I don't
bro.
like
You
Clay.
suck.
I am so glad
I'm not.
we have not had a podcast in a month.
I can't take that.
Cut the tape.
Oh my
Cut
God.
the tape.
I'm not getting.
Get me out of here.
You know what? I'm not taking Jacob's basketball take seriously anymore because this guy shoots with one hand. He not even like how you're supposed to shoot. He chucks it like a football. I promise you, he shoots like chucking like a football.
He plays like he always wants to do a hook shot, but he just. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
This is disrespectful. That's not the point.
I can't.
Bro is playing like Rick Barry's free throw animation the entire game. With all due respect. Bro shoots like Shaq from the free throw
We're
line.
not done yet.
Andre Drummond, DeAndre Jordan levels of 3-point shooting. I promise you. Bro has Taco Fall's skill set in a 5'8" body.
Oh my gosh. Well, you're actually 5'9", Jacob?
I think so.
Sorry.
Ollie. Why can't I grow? I'm about to go on a rant on why I've grown maybe 3 inches in the last 4 years. This is like getting bad. I'm sick of this.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Okay.
Oh my.
Back to the point.
And I've gone on the record multiple times saying Taco Fall plays like a kindergartner. So just putting that in Jacob's case, just let that sink in for a second.
What I was trying to say is that I like the move the Hawks made. I think DeJounte Murray to the Hawks is a very good trade. I think it makes them good. I think DeJounte Murray can dribble a basketball sometimes so that Trae Young doesn't have to always do it. I think it's a good move. And for the Spurs, have you guys seen Murray's like press conference after getting traded?
No, but I do remember that he.
Interesting thing about the Spurs, he like thanked them. He said like they didn't want me to have to go through the rebuild, which is cool. It's like the Spurs know the post Kawhi Leonard rebuild failed, so they're gonna try again. There's no shame in that, you know. They peaked at like being an average Western Conference team, and now they're redoing it all over again. That's fine. Victor
Wembanyama.
Yeah, that. They will probably try to draft him. Maybe they'll use him in a Tim Duncan like role. I don't know.
Benyama is a guy worth going 11-71 for.
Yeah,
I've
the
seen
war
some of
for
the-
Wembanyama should begin. I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. Hold
I
on,
think-
the war for Wembanyama? That was good.
Yeah, the Warriors made a good move. They freed a guy who was
he's
trapped there with no additional talent. They sent him to a good parent. I like this move for everyone. I think it's very nice. I will rate it an A.
I think that Keldon Johnson is now going to have an all-star type season. What he averaged 17. No, this is legitimate. He averaged like 17, 6, and 2 as a second option to DeJounte Murray.
Did you average 17?
Yeah, he averaged 17. Like, this is not a joke. He has the skill set to be a number 2 option on a championship team, but a number 1 option on a tanking team. I think he puts up like 20 plus points a game.
Did you just say?
What?
Did you just say number 2 on a championship team?
Yes, I think I like Keldon Johnson a lot.
That's
He's
like
still
Chris
really
Middleton
young.
to Giannis. Like,
Yeah, exactly. I think that he could peak out at like a Chris
Keldon
Middleton.
Johnson's nowhere close to Chris Middleton. What
I
are we
think he
talking
could
about,
peak
guys?
out at something like Chris Middleton. He's still 22, and he just averaged 17 a game. Like, this is not
I'd be
a
number
crazy.
3.
you mean you
This
don't
is not-
watch the Spurs, Baited?
Boo! Fraud!
I watched.
Fraud!
No, I don't. I watch 2 Spurs games a year, and that's when they play the Cavs. All right, that's it.
Bro.
I can
actually-
promise you, Keldon Johnson. You were gonna say, Sam?
I watched the Spurs last year because DeJounte Murray is one of my favorite players. Like, I love his play style. So I watched like 10 Spurs games last year. Like, not to put a number on it or anything, but I'd say that that's like around. He has a great skill set. I think that he can continue to develop into here. Let me just read off his shooting splits from last year. Is that okay with you, Baden? Is that okay with
Yes,
you?
it is.
He averaged
Yes.
47% from the field, 40% from 3, and 76% from the line. He took.
Pretty good splits for a number 3 option on a
Oh
championship
my
team.
God! He attempted
He's
5.
I don't see him being a number 2. Maybe not. I could see him being a number 3. I don't know about number 2.
Who else is on the Spurs right now? Pirtle guy from the game. He's on the Spurs.
That's true. He is on the Spurs.
He's on
Jacob.
the
Very good,
I was
Jacob.
just
Very
trying to
good.
think
Pirtle.
of a player on the Spurs.
No, it is kind of hard.
You were talking about Walker Kessler from this draft class. I'm a Jeremy Sochan guy.
Oh,
He's gonna win
looks-
Defensive
yeah.
Player of the Year in 5
Is he
years.
the guy with the
Trust.
weird hair?
He's
Does he have the
the
hair?
guy with the colored hair.
Yeah.
Oh, let
He's
me.
gonna be. I'm high on him. If he can develop a jump shot, raps. He's gonna be really good.
Look, all I'm saying is that Chris Middleton averaged 44, 37, 89. He shot better than
4
Chris
points a
Middleton.
game.
No, 44% from the
Split.
field.
Shooting
Sorry.
splits.
Shooting splits. That's my 44 points a game is some Wilt Chamberlain type stuff. Oh my God. That would be incredible.
That's me for real. I could do that.
Dog, Baden, right now, walk over to my house. We'll 1v1. I will lock you down. I will shut you out. There's no way. There is zero way you will not score a point on me.
Sure about that.
I am the Chet Holmgren to your Utah Jazz Summer League team.
Hmm.
See, it's funny because he had like 6 blocks. If anybody watched the game, they would know what that.
Impressive.
No, it was very impressive.
Unfortunately, Chet is not an NBA talent.
Stop.
Chet Holmgren is not an NBA talent.
You're not an
Seriously.
NBA talent.
I hate when people are like, well, he would get voted by like a stick if he tried to guard Joel Embiid. Like, no one can guard Joel Embiid. That's the whole point of Joel Embiid.
Literally,
Like,
bro.
you stick your whole team on him and
Literally.
hope he only
I
drops
hate-
30.
I hate when
Like,
people
that's
say that.
how it works.
When people say that.
No,
Why are
honestly,
you expecting a 20-year-old rookie to clamp like they say that about Jokic, Giannis, and Embiid? Why would you expect a 20-year-old to clamp the three best bigs of our generation? It's just not happening.
see, I feel a little called out right now because I definitely said that. I said he would like shatter if you put him against one of those guys. But honestly, like after watching a summer league, like just one game against like actual centers, his wingspan and his shooting like acumen, I think is gonna be crazy in the NBA. I think he'll still get locked down by Jared Allen. I don't think that he can guard somebody a little more shifty, like I don't know, Chris. Like I think he might struggle a little bit against like a Kristaps or somebody with a little more of a bag. But I think he's got something.
Kristaps has a bag now.
A little more of a bag,
What team
okay?
is Kristaps on right now? He's on the
Wizards.
Wizards.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to think of a guy who can like a more agile big, like who's
Walker
not like
Kessler.
a top 5 big. God, oh
You
my
can do it all.
God.
Bro, Walker Kessler is going to be playing in the G League.
Well, during the summer. Oh no, that's the summer league. I don't know why you think he would be a G leaguer. He was a first round pick.
First round picks get sent to the G League all the time.
A lot
But
of
he's
first
playing
round
on a
picks get
team
sent
that
to the G
needs a
League.
center. He will probably be the starter. He will probably be the starting center.
Who is their backup center? They traded away Royce O'Neal.
Azubuike.
I don't know why you think
No,
he would at
Kessler.
least be their backup center. There's no way he's
No,
a
you're right.
G-leaguer.
You're right. Walker Kessler, as of this moment, would be a rotational player on that Utah Jazz team.
You can't even
You're
name a
correct.
starting center. You're just a Walker Kessler hater.
It might be. It's either good. Honestly, I wouldn't mind them starting Jared Vanderbilt at the 5.
Vanderbilt.
He
Right.
literally did that. He literally did that for the Timberwolves, anyways. He was the center for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, because Cat can't defend. Mid the knee.
Hassan Whiteside.
Hassan Whiteside gets
Hassan
a bad
Whiteside.
rap.
Eric
I'm not gonna lie.
Whiteside.
Pascal. And Udoka as a Buki.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's all our free agency news. Shall we move on to our power rankings for the 2022-2023?
Or I guess.
No, sorry,
All right,
Ben. What were you
power
gonna
rankings.
say? What were you gonna say?
I was thinking of anything else that I really want to talk about, but that's about it.
All right, let's start with the power rankings then. I think the real important question is to ask before: does anybody have the Cavs in their top 10?
Absolutely. Is that
Because I think no, I don't think it is. But I know that ESPN did it, and they were like 17, which is insane.
Wait, what?
I have the
Cavs will be
I have the
below
Cavs
average?
at 11.
That's craziness.
I have the Cavs at 11.
Hold on, one moment. I'm finding these ESPN power rankings. Way too early edition. Okay. We're 18. Behind the Los Angeles Lakers.
That's because big market thing bias.
God, what are they doing? The LA Clippers are 8?
Hey, what?
I have 4.
Oh my God, 4? I mean,
Okay.
I think that you're putting a lot of faith into Kawhi. But anyway, shall we start at the top and work our way down, or shall we start at the bottom and work our way up?
All right. Let's start down, I think.
All right. So who's everybody's number 10?
I've not thought about this. Let's start at the top.
Okay, we'll start at the top.
Okay.
All right.
Golden State should be 1. I think that's
Golden State is my number 1.
Sure.
Jacob's about to be different.
No, I'm fine with that.
Good.
I haven't thought about it enough to make an outrageous take.
Number 2, I'm going with Boston.
Actually,
That's who we forgot to talk about. Malcolm Brogdon.
oh yeah.
They added Malcolm Brogdon. They just lost in the finals, so I'm gonna put them at 2.
Actually, I think Celtics are number 1. I think the addition of Malcolm Brogdon, after they had already pushed the Warriors to 6, I think Malcolm Brogdon on that team makes them a championship team. Personally, Malcolm Brogdon and Danilo Gallinari on that team, that's the number 1 team in the NBA for me.
How do those guys affect that at all? Like, you already have what's his name? You have Derek. You have your rotational guards. You have Derek White, and you have
Malcolm Brogdon is better than Derek White.
That's true.
Yeah, but Derek White. Yeah, Malcolm Brogdon's definitely better than Derek White.
Like 100% of the time,
Malcolm
I'll
Brogdon
take
gives
Malcolm.
them ball handling that they just.
I'm not a big Derek White fan. Derek White over 9.5 points. No, did not do it.
Sorry about that one.
Cost me 50 whole cents, man. In GTA.
In GTA.
So who's everybody's number 2?
Or number 2 is Boston for me.
Warriors are number 2 for me.
Wait, who's your number 1? Boston?
Yeah, Boston.
I'm gonna go with the Clippers.
The Clippers?
Absolutely.
Clippers at 2 is interesting.
Those are my thoughts.
Wait, no, hold on. Can you?
Number 3,
No. I'll come back to that in a minute. Keep on going. What's number 3?
I got Milwaukee.
Jacob?
I'm gonna go with. This is tough.
This got to be Boston, right?
No, not necessarily. Is it current rosters or like expected rosters?
It's current. I would say current rosters, but if you think that somebody's gonna like re-sign,
like KD, we count him as a net.
We'll go by current. No, I don't think so because he's expected to be
like KD.
Move the Clippers down to 3. Suns at 2.
KD, DeAndre Ayton.
What was that, Baden? You just. Baden, we cannot hear you. Oh wait, now we can hear you. You were just lagging.
Hear me now?
Yeah. We were just lagging for a little bit. It's okay.
I was saying, do you think DeAndre Ayton's gonna come back?
No, I think they will get KD.
Oh.
Really?
Oh. This is interesting. Pardon me. Sorry. This is interesting. So you're saying a potential KD for Ayton trade would happen?
And it would make them the number 2 roster in the league.
Wow. That is a take I did not expect coming. That is mind-blowing. So just to reiterate, your roster right now, or your power rankings right now, Warriors, Suns, Clippers.
There is no best team in the East. The East is bad, kind of.
The Celtics, who have done nothing but improve their roster.
The Celtics.
The Celtics were like the Bengals made the Super Bowl because of a weak year in the AFC. That's what the Celtics did. The Celtics made it to the finals. Because of a weak year in the Eastern Conference.
Are you serious right now?
The Nets got screwed up.
Bro is not
get screwed up. They swept
roster.
the Nets. They swept the Nets.
Because James Harden left.
Dog, you cannot be serious
They
right
would
now.
still get swept with James Harden.
They expected Ben Simmons to be ready.
And it didn't happen. You can't blame the Celtics. You can't make it. You can't now. I agree now.
In the short term, but it did.
Now,
Simmons didn't play.
Now, I'll say this. I think if Chris Middleton is healthy in the series, the Bucks beat the Celtics. That is fair. Outside of that, the other teams with no other excuse.
I am
So
flabbergasted right now.
that said, at 4, I have the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, the Bucks. This. Oh my God. This. So what was my 1, 2, 3? Celtics, Warriors, and then I'd put the Bucks at 3.
Just wait till
Bucks
your
number.
man later ones.
I got the Bucks at 3.
All right, and then 4
All
is
right.
your 4 is Bucks.
Yeah.
Jacob.
hmm
My 4. Who would my 4 be? I would put the Memphis Grizzlies at number 4. I think the Grizzlies are my number 4.
I don't hate
Who's
it.
your number? Who's your number 4, Baden? Baden.
Can you guys
Yeah,
not hear me?
now we can
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
you.
we can.
I don't know what's happening. I said the Clippers.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
I just think by putting the Clippers this high, you are putting so much faith into the healing process of Kawhi Leonard. He is not the most healthy player. He has injured like that part of his body multiple times. I don't know. Like I do not know what you're expecting.
You forget he's a robot. He's a robot.
Also, we have John Wall and Paul George.
Okay, but
Kawhi will be fine, in my opinion. I don't really see his game really falling off. Wall's back.
This year was kind of a throwaway.
Really,
you know,
with those guys getting hurt, it was a throwaway.
I don't know. I feel like that's putting a lot of trust into Kawhi, who's already very injured. Number 5.
That's fair. That's fair to have that. Have Miami.
I have Memphis.
Okay, that's fair. That might be the first good take you had this entire podcast.
Get ready, man.
Charities.
Number 5, I have the Nuggets here. That might be a little hot, but I think that the return of Jamal Murray and the potential return of Michael Porter Jr., along with back-to-back MVP Jokic, along with the addition of KCP, makes this roster a top 5 roster in the NBA.
I think if you have issues with Clippers at 4, I have issues with Nuggets at 5. Because is Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. going to be those same? I think probably will, but I don't know if they're a top 5 team.
That's fair. I just think that Nikola Jokic on any team makes you an automatic contender. And I think that you add in more help. I don't think that it's hard to see them being a top 5 team. Personally.
At 6?
That's just me, though.
Give me the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Please.
This is assuming
You just had a good take. You
really
had a good take.
This is assuming Kyrie?
Yes.
I'm not going for that.
AD, Kyrie, and LeBron? All healthy? Oh, boy. The league is not
And
ready.
who else?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, this was just our hypothetical. Oh, my God. We just talked about this. Could 3 superstars with nobody else do this?
Absolutely.
Well, LeBron will probably play as many games as Kyrie and AD combined. Street clothes Anthony Davis. And the world is flat Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie and AD will play a combined 60 games. All right.
Crazy. You're crazy. Why in the world would Kyrie be on a limited number of games? He doesn't play in Brooklyn anymore. He's going to play every home game. And he's going to play 90% of the away games, except for Toronto. Why would
I don't know,
Kyrie's
man.
not
I don't
injury
know, man.
prone? What's the deal with that?
Right, he used to be injury prone. I guess not
He
anymore.
hasn't been in a
I don't
long
know.
time.
I just. Alright, I don't know. I
That still
still
seems
wouldn't
kind of
put them
insane.
that highly.
He's speechless.
But they have Thomas Bryant, Kendrick Nunn, and Taylor Horton Tucker.
Lonnie Wall.
Scottie Pippen Jr.
Sharif O'Neal,
They have
Sharif
Sharif
O'Neal.
O'Neal too.
LeBron, O'Neal, Bryant, and
Why?
Bryant and Pippen playing together. LeBron's got a squad now.
Oh, that's sweet. That was funny. I have a question, honestly. Why is it that like the sons of like NBA superstars normally are like that great, but like the sons of like NBA role players turns out to be superstars?
Because you have the genes, and you're expecting so much more from the guys who are sons of superstars. Like the sons of role players are still blessed with these crazy athletic genes, and there's more role players
True.
than superstars. So you're gonna see more role
True.
player sons be incredible than
Actually, I disagree with this.
But I
I
mean, there's literally not a single player in the NBA right now who was the son of a superstar. And it was a
Bronny
star.
will
Yeah.
disappoint. Bronny can. There is nothing Bronny can do short of being the greatest player to ever live that will not disappoint people. And there's no chance that he will ever be that good.
actually, hold on.
That is true.
No, there's a superstar. There are superstar sons. I think that you're just thinking of like really. You're not thinking hard about like sons of superstars or sons that are superstars.
Well,
Sons of superstars that are all. I'm saying sons of superstars that are also superstars.
Oh, you're gonna have to get Let me come up with my 6, and then I'll. I'm sure there's a couple. Anyway, my 6 is the Miami Heat. I don't think there's too much explanation. I think they're still going to be very good.
All right, so I got Warriors 1, Boston 2, D3, Clippers 4, Miami 5. I'm putting Dallas at 6.
I like that. I think that's good. That's very good.
All right, so for me at 6.
Mm-hmm. No, you already did the Lakers at 6.
You're right.
Lakers.
7.
7. I have Memphis at 7.
Memphis at 7. Oh, I already put Memphis down. I don't think that's a bad pick.
76ers.
I see what you did. That was funny. Funny. It's not funny. Anyway, I'm putting them. sorry. I'm putting the Dallas Mavericks at 7.
All right.
I think that Luka and Christian Wood, which you didn't even talk about, by the way. I think the Christian Woods trade was absolutely incredible. Even though they had to give up Boban Marjanovic. That's even sadder than Baker Mayfield news, honestly. But yeah, the Dallas Mavericks for me.
I think that was the exact same pick I was going to make.
Yeah, that's me. That's my vote for 7.
All right, I don't mind that. All right, number 8, going with the Atlanta Hawks at 8.
Hawks at 8. Really?
Atlanta at 8.
Atlanta at 8. That's really surprising to me, actually.
Give me the
I don't think this is. I like the Nuggets at 8. That's a good take. I don't think DeJounte Murray catapults them up that much.
I felt like they had a down year. Personally, I think if they can get back to their 2021 form with DeJounte Murray, I think they'll be the 4th seed in the East.
Fair enough. I mean, I don't really have anything to contest that. At 8, I'll take the 76ers. I think that Joel Embiid is very good at basketball, and I think James Harden will have a bunch more time to adjust to the system. Hopefully, plays hits the offseason hard, gets into shape. But I think that team can be really lethal. Though I don't think PJ Tucker on a 3-year, $30 million contract does that much for them. Might just be me though.
All right.
At 9.
Give me the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yes. Very
That is where I
good.
have the Cavs.
I like that.
They have an elite all-star point guard, Darius Garland. They have
Got a bag.
an elite all-star center in Jared Allen. They have an elite rookie of the year, real rookie of the year, power forward,
That's true.
Evan Mobley. They have Isaac Okoro. He's also there.
He also plays on the team.
And then, first round pick Ochai Agbaji.
And the rest are nobodies.
Larry Markkinen is not a nobody.
Lauri Markkinen is a nobody. I'm sorry. I don't like Lauri
top
Markkinen.
10 shooter of all time.
Oh my god.
I'll click off right now.
Bro's top 10 shooters of all time. Lauri Markkinen, Andrew Wiggins, Jetty Osman, De'Aaron Fox, Miles
Anthony
Turner,
Bennett.
Anthony Bennett.
We didn't see enough of it. I don't know. We need to see enough of
We
it.
didn't see enough. Bro is averaging 3 points on the Israeli national team. He is awful.
Averaging 3 points means he's averaging a 3-pointer. Who's to say he's not shooting 1 3-pointer a game and making it?
Shut up. I hate this.
At 9, I'm gonna give me the New Orleans Pelicans. I think.
Oh wait, all right. Wait, hold on. I didn't say my 8 yet.
Oh, who's your 8? Who's your 8? No, I think you did say that. Your 8. You had like somebody.
Warriors, Boston, Milwaukee, Clippers, Miami, Memphis, Atlanta was 8. Oh, 9. All right.
Yeah, who's your 9?
Toronto, because I think they're gonna land KD.
Really? Toronto with KD. What's their package? Like, I'm genuinely curious. What's their package?
Barnes, Gary Trent, Precious Achiuwa, OG Anunoby.
That's actually a really enticing package. But then I feel like
KD
you're playing.
Is not going to Toronto. Remember what they laughed at him when he tore his Achilles? He's not going to Toronto, man.
You also remember also the last time the Toronto Raptors traded for a star wing? They won a championship the year right after.
Yeah, and remember what Cleveland did? Like, Cleveland forgave LeBron James in 4 years. It's been like 4 years since that Raptors championship. It's all in the past.
Fans would love to have Kevin Durant on their team.
Yeah, the most toxic fan base and the most toxic star. It's the perfect match.
The Raptors are far from the most toxic fan base.
That's true. Sorry.
I don't even want to call them Lakers fans. It's LeBron fans, sadly.
No.
I'm a LeBron fan.
I disagree with that take, honestly. Also, I've been thinking about Sons of Stars, by the way, Baden. I've got 2 off the top of my head, okay? Gary Payton's son, Gary Payton II. He's not a disappointment. Right? And
yeah.
Larry
Nance. No. I'm talking sons of superstars that are also superstars. That's what I'm talking about.
That are also superstars. Jesus Christ.
Yes, that's a lot.
That's a lot to ask for.
Yeah, because there's obviously like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Devin Booker, who else? Jaren Jackson Jr. There's a lot of
Does it count if
star
both-
players that are sons.
Yeah. Winston Garland wasn't too bad. He was very good at passing and such.
I thought he only played for like 2 seasons.
7 professional seasons in the NBA.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's see who else are like stars. That would be Manute Bol and Bol Bol. That's the best father-son pairing of all time. I'm sorry, you can't tell me highest block percentage in league history, Manute Bol, and undiscovered superstar Bol Bol aren't a top 3 duo of all time, and they aren't 2 or 3. Jacob, back me up on this. Jacob knows what I'm talking about.
Why do I do a podcast with 2 people with horrendous takes? I
You want to hear
really
his run
wonder.
stake? Here's my number 10 team. I had to decide very harshly between 2 up-and-coming teams.
Detroit Pistons, I guarantee it. It's the Detroit Pistons.
Here were my finalists that I eliminated. The Orlando Magic, the Detroit Pistons, the Sacramento Kings,
Dog!
the Houston Rockets, and I was left with 1. My number 10 team in the power rankings for the 2022-2023 NBA season is the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh my
Clicking
god.
off.
I watched the summer league game.
Clicking off.
I
I'm
watched
clicking
it.
off.
I
Why
watched
is my
it.
mouse not
I
working?
thought Chet was
I'm
good.
trying to click off.
I like Chet. I think he's good. And I think they will make the playoffs.
They could make the play in, but that's about as far as they
I
get.
said playoff.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
They are a top 10 team in the NBA. Sam Presti knows what he's doing.
Sam Presti knows how to draft. They have had 1 season.
He gets it done, man. He gets it done.
Anyway, moving on from that, because I don't want to have to listen to that. My number 10 team is the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think that they could be tied with like the Chicago Bulls, like for another like T10. You know what I'm saying? That I think the Chicago Bulls / the Cleveland Cavaliers is a reasonable team to put at this spot. Cavs, up and coming, when healthy, they are absolutely elite. We saw it last season. They just got decimated by injuries. Cleveland Cavaliers, number 10. All right, Baden, finish it up.
I'm gonna actually do a tied 10. It's between the Denver Nuggets and the New Orleans Pelicans.
Fair enough. I like that.
Fair.
I think that I don't know what to think of this Pelicans team. Like, I want to believe that they're going to be really good after what they did to the Suns. Pushed them hard. I just don't know what is Zion's fit with this team, who already has a clear point guard. What are we going to see? Are we going to see point Zion, or what is it? I don't know.
I don't think it's not how Zion fits with the team. It's how the team fits with Zion. Like, they're gonna revamp it around.
Yeah,
anyway.
Yes. Like, Zion has his own role. He doesn't play a position. He plays basketball. Okay?
He's got that dog in him.
He got that dog in him.
That was the worst. Why did you say it like?
Remember the clip, the summer league clip of him 3 years ago when he ripped the ball out of Kevin Knox's hands and then dunked it? That is the epitome of him having that dog in him.
Summer league Kevin Knox was the biggest catfish of all time. Bro averaged like 25, and then proceeded to do nothing.
Hello?
Bubble TJ Warren is legit. I think that if you put
Bubble TJ Warren is a legitimate.
Didn't he just sign a deal?
A legitimate top 6
Nets.
Lynette.
Kyrie replacement.
Do you understand what position he plays?
No,
Like,
I don't. I genuinely don't. I have no idea.
It's positionless basketball nowadays.
Yeah, right. He doesn't play position. He plays basketball.
Yeah, I have no idea what position TJ Warren plays.
Power forward.
He kind of seems like he's shorter than Oh, power forward?
He's a
Small
short-
forward, shooting guard.
Okay.
Small forward, power forward. There's no way he plays shooting guard.
TJ Warren is not the name of a tall man.
I'd rather play him as shooting guard than power forward.
Look, I genuinely think, and this is like
I mean, he is
100%
like
serious.
6'7".
If you put TJ Warren on a team like the Magic, he's averaging 25. He's got that sort of
Imagine more like the Spurs because they legitimately don't.
sure
have
the Spurs.
money.
I'm just saying, you put him on a team with no direction. He gives them a direction, and that is I can shoot the ball somewhat efficiently. I will score points. That is
He
the
will
direction.
score 25 on. He'll score 25 on like 40% from the field.
And I'm okay with that. I wanted the Cavs to sign him actually, but sadly,
Enough depth.
Sadly, he commands the Supermax.
Hey, I think kind of puts a bow on it.
we're back. We will be recording more often than we have for the past month.
Yeah.
We love you guys.
Not ending the podcast on that, man. Let's end it with this. Walker Kessler will win Rookie of the Year.
Yes. You could have ended the podcast already.
Chet Holmgren will win MVP. Goodbye.